There's only one way to find out the fullest extent of the damage wildfires can cause, and that's boots on the ground. So, when Rajan Chakrabarty decided to fill those boots, he became a wildfire chaser in the western U.S.
We were tracking the entire life cycle of a wildfire, and we were very close to the fire, along with firefighters actually, in certain instances. We were camping out of a mobile laboratory which had packed in $10 million or more worth of instruments, and we were literally chasing fires, trying to understand emissions in actual wildfires from the ground level all the way up to the troposphere and to the stratosphere.
His wildfire chasing days were a total of 45 days in 2019, long enough to conduct a comprehensive analysis of what makes up wildfire smoke plumes. WashU's associate professor in the Department of Energy, Environmental, and Chemical Engineering has a lab dedicated to aerosol science, the Air Lab at Washington University in St. Louis. Chakrabarty and members of this aerosol interdisciplinary research lab team spent 45 days in wildfire locations. They traveled from state to state, chasing the flames.
So we started from Idaho, and then the van made its way to Oregon, California, Arizona, and we were tracking different wildfires during the fire season in the summer of 2019. Inside of the van, it was packed up with all sorts of instruments to study the physical properties, the optical properties of the smoke, which was being emitted from the fires.
The ground research is part of the Fire Influence on Regional to Global Environments and Air Quality, or FIREX, field campaign led by NOAA and NASA. FIREX also gathered samples by plane.
Similar instruments were also packed in the aircraft, and then this was further synchronized with the satellites.
During the sampling of ground and airborne smoke from large-scale fires, Chakrabarty says his team discovered how wildfires emit potent climate-warming organic particles. It was not the black carbon that previously took all the blame. The stealthy particles in the plumes that previously escaped detection are unusually strong light absorbers or climate heaters. They are dark brown carbon particles.
We think that they are actually scattering all the sunlight back, aiding soot or black carbon with absorbing sunlight. This is the enhancement in absorption. And this enhancement was pronounced 50 to 75% we found across the atmosphere.
He says the dark brown carbon particles contribute to more than half of total light absorption. This discovery guided the Air Lab's new research on the stratosphere.
So these particles, once they get emitted into the stratosphere, could cause enhanced warming. In the stratosphere, the lifetime of these particles is up to 6 months.
Chakrabarty says the work highlights an urgent need to revise climate models using the role of dark brown carbon.
That study was the starting point of our discoveries which unfolded as we analyzed the massive data sets.
With wildfires predicted to rise globally, new research in the Air Lab on snowmelt may help revise climate models. The wildfire chasing led WashU researchers to uncover how dark brown carbon has been this hidden source of snowmelt.
If the snow melts very rapidly, that can lead to flash flooding in downstream areas.
The Air Lab is also investigating potentially harmful health effects from dark brown carbon particles when inhaled.
So how toxic are these particles? These are a lot of unknowns there, because nobody has looked into the toxicity of these dark brown carbon particles.
He's investigating a possible link to higher occurrences of Alzheimer's disease in areas of frequent exposure.
Live in areas where wildfires is a very frequent event. Could there be a connection between exposure to these particles and onset of Alzheimer's?
Although it's been a few years since Chakrabarty's wildfire chasing days, his team's dedication to document the real-world effects of dark brown carbon
That's our snow.
continue to ignite new research and discovery.